flash intense. I feel like it's. Alright. It's the first ever iteration of a live full moon. What are we gonna call this? This is the first of installment of what? Cooper music?
Yeah, this is like 5D.
This is 5D Cooper music, plant-based, as always.
Plant-based,
yeah. Today we're literally under the most potent intensity of the Scorpio blood moon. Super lunar eclipse. The super has no connotation. I just said that.
Yeah. But that's.
So,
Bro, yeah. It's beautiful.
It's a beautiful alignment. It's a beautiful energy. And I just want to start by bringing all the authenticity, all the truth, all the embodiment, all the care, and let all the masks dissolve. And keep dissolving. And let your toes sink through the ground. For it is time for the skeleton to emerge and to grow a whole new skin. Wow, spirit, a whole new skin. Yeah, bottom of the deck, 5 of Swords, bro. That's the energy. Welcome to the new paradigm is what I gotta say.
Yeah.
It hit just like that note did, just like this track did. 5 of Swords energy. Some of us are looking back at a situation like, dang, I know y'all resonate to having to leave some of the homies behind, bro. I know we know how many people we're looking back at right now like, dang, I know y'all didn't make it to where I'm at right now. Like, this Scorpio moon at 11:11 our time, which was so special. Now it's 11:44. But at 11:11 our time, this Scorpio moon quite literally brought in the new, right? And the new meaning this, it doesn't look like anything particular, because you could be living under some infrastructural bridge or something right now, and it could hit for you, and it doesn't matter. It's like instant destiny. Word to Kevin P. You know what I mean? Mega instant destiny type of energy. Yeah. And so when you get into a space of awareness, you then realize that you just had to disconnect under the Scorpio moon, because in order to get out what this instant destiny is, you had to give up something. So this is when it's like some people get left behind, because the 5 of Swords is like, it's the knowledge that some people are going to die, that there will be casualties, right? That your desire to advance down the spiritual path, because remember the sword suit is all about preparation for Hierophant energy. The sword suit is all about preparation for a kinship with Source. And so the 5 of Swords is when it changes, when your third dimension changes. The 5 of Swords says, oh no, people who are physically not picking the same path that I'm picking are now getting moved off my path. And it might even mean casualties, because if my path is the path that leads to versus life or death at this time, for example, you might see people who are not contributing to more life. You get me? Yeah. You will see the people who, like, because if you're not contributing to more life, it's no life. Like, that's what it is. Life, yeah. If you're not intending to live more life, you're gonna start seeing people who, like, it's cut. You know what I mean? So that's why we're really grounding this energy, because a lot of us, this is intense, this is mourning, this is when you have to know that faith is worth something, you know? Five of Swords, it's not just like, did you dirty, whatever. Remember, this is guidance from Spirit, right? So when would Spirit guide you to enact this energy? Well, at a time when you really got to learn the value of, there's value in the fact that you chose the right path this whole time. That you consistently made a thought become a belief, become a habitable action, whatever. An action in which you continue to do, and that leading to your ultimate destiny, right?
Yeah.
That's how we manifest destiny, right? As I say, that's how we manifest destiny. This is the coolest space. This isn't being done.
Yeah.
This isn't being done. This angle is certainly not being done. We're gonna figure that out. We're gonna figure out the filming situation.
Yeah.
We gotta find another way to do this. You know, I struggle with social media because it's so ridiculous, but we don't meet the requirements to go live on our own account. So that's a grave injustice. But I want to make sure YouTube has that documented right here to know that we wanted to go live tonight. We were told we couldn't.
Yeah, like it's.
So, but when everybody's seeing this, when this is like the thing, when this is like what everyone's watching. Because I'm telling you right now, it's instant destiny. So.
Yeah.
It's the details tonight, ladies. Yeah, so we already got energy from Spirit, bro. We already got energy from Spirit. Literally, this card comes out sliding. Ace of Cups in reverse. Bottom of the deck, chest. Let me sip my tea.
Yeah, this tea is.
Wow. You gotta give a renewal to get a renewal is kind of the energy that I'm feeling right now. Because a lot of people are there's going to be an awareness, like it's 11:48 p.m. It's nighttime right now, but when the daytime comes up, like I think a lot of people, when the shaking and the moving and the tornado was blowing and whatever, it was easy for us to just kind of be ungrounded and not really think about long term. But when we're talking about going from short term to long game, when you're doing that transition, that's like a blunt force trauma. So as the collective is now shifting gears to now look at these long game initiatives, because like I said, if you're not intending to live, you're intending to die, right? Like you have to opt into life at this point. And that's just so I just got good energy. But yeah, that's so important. So I feel like a lot of people were really caught up in like their ego space, which would have probably led you to like focus on like someone who had it worse than you this whole time, or something that could keep you, or idols, or things that would keep your attention outside of you. And so that's why we talk about things like social media. That was divinely guided for me to talk about that critique of YouTube, right? Like we can't even go live. Like I don't even want to be going live, but even if I wanted to, I couldn't. Like you see what I mean? Like densities, like watch, it's not even about the thing, it's not even about the website, it's literally about the fact that these lower energy frequencies are able to prey upon low vibrational matter. And unfortunately, like the lowest of low vibrations happen when people are overstimulated or are not realizing, because it's not visible. It's Aquarian, right? Wi-Fi, internet connection, it's unseen, advanced, like aliens, in which the way that you wouldn't see them, they're in a different dimension, right? They can be in the same space, but in a different dimension. So it's not visible to the eye how many people 4 million followers is, you know what I mean? And so there's this energy right now that talks about like really, really having to understand that like you were being asked, let me say this, you were being asked to take your attention back to yourself. That's what you were being asked, to take your attention back to yourself. Ace of Cups in reverse, right? That's enough for tonight, sir. you know, when that's like cut off, like the tap is stopped.
The lamp is low, bro.
Like the lamp is low. Carmen Lundy, Carmen,
That's what she's talking about.
wherever you are,
Hold up. Let's. I mean.
let her speak. Let her speak. She ate the girls.
Yeah.
She ate the girls. So good. Can you believe we saw Who Shall Not Be Named at that show? It's too much. It's too much. It's too much. Look at this. Look at this. We need to. I wish I had the name of who created this tea, the amethyst tea steeper. I mean, it's really treated, but it's conceptually. I bought it from a small vendor, so you know, I just had to. I wish I had the name to shout out, but I don't. So, but this is how you bring justice into yourself. Bottom of the deck. The cutoff. The cutoff. The cutoff. Tonight the moon is high, and so is the cutoff. Scorpionic.
Dang, yeah, that's what it is, man.
Can we get a sage?
Can we get a...
Yeah, can we get a hoop? No, we can get a bell ring now.
We can't get a bell ring.
Another wonderful purchase from small vendor, whom's a name I don't have. For in my defense, they weren't present at their stores, so. Anyways, but taking your cup back, quite literally, is the justice. And a lot of you realize you were supported by Lady Justice herself in doing so. In pulling that back. And that's why we got that pre-Five of Swords energy, which is, I'm not available because where you're going, I'm not going, right? Beautiful first energy. It also speaks to those who chose to like put a hand over, wow, the Chariot. I almost heard like when you're at a science fair, I don't know why Spirit's giving me this analogy for the Chariot right now, but it's like the science fair where you're setting up your booth and like your theory that like, and so this charioteer's theory that light and dark in unity can produce movement even if they're like sitting sphinxes.
Yeah.
That balancing yourself can help you travel at a cellular level, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So they're telling me like when you're at the science fair as a kid and you're standing at your little presentation space.
Yeah.
And it's the journey, it's about the journey that you've gone on to come into balance, to create a conclusion. I don't know, that's just like the bottom of this message here, but it's the Emperor. The Strength card. The Queen of Swords. Lots and lots of beautiful energy. Lots and lots.
Yeah. That's...
Wow, this is so crazy. Okay, so this is the sequence of events, right? Bottom energy is the Chariot, which is where you get to travel to now that you're in balance. Now that you can finally move forward, right? Now this is Spirit saying, phew, shoots the pistol, horses are off to the races. You can actually go forward now.
Yeah.
who are the people who are going forward? Well, let me tell you, they're the ones of those of us, the collective that resonates here, that thinks this is a vibe that's like, let me smoke up and watch these two do whatever we are really doing, you know? Doing what we got. This is how we really do connect in our real lives, you know? But those of us who this involves knowing where this goes and where this doesn't go. You know what I mean? Like the discernment you have to have when someone's like on their like 10th drink and you're like, wait, I need to cut you off. Because it's a danger to you and other people that you're this drunk and I'm supplying it. Like there's gotta be there's like a morality here. There's a morality here. Because the bartender's not just a dick because they're cutting you off. They could be a dick about it. Sure. But what they're really doing is saying, like, I could be held liable for whatever I consciously know, because I consciously know that you're at this state. You see what I mean? It's like a lot of us are looking at our past situation and we knew that it was like a mess, or we knew really, and when I say a mess, I just mean not connected to source. And so when things aren't connected to source in these times, like it's gonna give end of the world, right? So because you have no source to renew your understanding, because that paradigm is meant to fall. So that's why you're not, if you're still subscribing to that matrix old paradigm, which is really just illusionary anyways, because it's not even really possible to do so. But if you're still connecting with that or projecting that out into your experience, just know that there are people, places, things, energies, entities around you that are affected by that and are also having to make decisions about your energy at this time. So also some people will be feeling how unplugged they're getting from a lot of people, and they'll just be like, what, you know what I mean? Like, ew, I hate that she just, anyways. But yeah, like, it's like they'll feel that they kind of got unplugged by a lot of people energetically, and you won't even really know why. And it's usually because, yeah, people are having to choose, like, because like I said, the way to prosperity at this time, the way to total abundance at this time is like through source, through unity consciousness, through the ultimate love vibration. And it's looking like, if someone isn't like, you have to, here we go, it's like flip cup. You've got to get, in order to get to pass the cup, you have to flip the cup. So if someone's cup is down, like, do you see what I mean? Like, if you're not, because the ace of cups, you have to flip it up. You have to pick up the cup and go fill it, you know what I mean? So it's that part of the collective that needs to identify how God is telling you to opt into this journey, because that's your buy-in, that's how you weigh in on this journey. And so for those of us who have gone and who have realized and who have disconnected from those who have chosen to not opt in, because if you're not opting in, then you don't want to do this, right? Because we're in Scorpio, where every intention has to be intentional. So if you're someone who's not really connecting your intentions with some sort of intentional mindset, then that's what gives you, that's what's really difficult to discern from real or fake with this energy. And so there's that purity, and if it isn't pure, then it's really like dark, death, and destruction, and then that kind of taboo 8th house energy. So anyways, but it just seems like, wow, and it's just so crazy because this is all really so intuitive, but like, also, can we just, like, this is so distracting.
Oh yeah.
Can we just look at like anything else? Thanks. Scorpio. Anyways, but yeah, so it's about knowing that, like, if someone's not intending to opt in, then your cup doesn't belong there. You know, because it would be vibrational resonance. Like, you would know that these people, places, things, situations, jobs, relationships with other things, or people, places, or things, you know what I mean? Mentalities, mindsets, physical health, all of that, you know that if that energy is not opting in, then it's meeting in alignment with you not giving your cup. That's what we were correcting. Because before, you might be giving your cup to people who weren't opting in, and I think that's what we were paying for the karma through that Pisces to Aries energy, right? You're paying the karma for that failed the missed assignment. You get me? The misunderstanding there, how it doesn't work like that. Because it got really clear, but it only took one time, because it got really clear for us that no, I know what to do this time around because I've been here. This time around, I know what not to give. Wow, I know what not to give my ace to. And as I flipped it, the Three of Pentacles, right? Because when we're talking about these partnerships, oh my God, look at this 333. Three of Pentacles, Three of Cups. When we're talking about what's going to be the partnership and the party, the full package, like the soul tribe, you gotta really be strong in your discernment. You know what I mean? So this time around, this is how the timeline went. In order to move forward, bottom of the deck, Chariot, it's gotta be, you have to know, you have to let something go. You have to identify that something isn't connecting to source. Therefore, I am not offering my cup, which gets filled by source, because naturally it's not a resonance. That immediately puts you in the Emperor position, which is resting. You know what I mean? This is a conglomerate of all four kingdoms, you know? And this is the part where your extensive, in-depth journey does actually lead to this sort of retirement-esque, seated, like, full power. And as I say full power, the next card that comes next to it is this. Because when you finally get a chance to, like, sit on the throne, you're gonna see how strong you are. Strength card. And then you're gonna be ready to serve. Queen of Swords. Jumping right into it. You know what I mean? That's like working and doing again. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's like, Queen of Swords is like working and doing it's what we're doing right now. This is very Queen of Swords of us.
Yeah.
Because again, we're talking about sword suit being the spirit suit, the people who want to study source and be kings and queens for their connection to source. You know what I mean? The queen jurisdiction, her guiding light is source. You know what I mean? So she's judging your truth. Yeah? That's how it's gonna play out. This time around, it's what you don't offer your cup to, and how strong you become, how much authority you receive. You get your full power back. All four kings, you get your full power back. That's just the first message there. So that's the first little message. Yeah, dude, screw. We didn't even want to go live, YouTube. You know what I'm saying? We did not even want to go live, bruv. Yo, I'm so fudged up because I really want a deck for right here. I'm about to do something real toxic. Alright, I'm gonna just have to do this, y'all. Sorry. This is real crazy. How I'm rocking, bro. Also, but we can plug this small vendor. Dragon Lair Finds. She bitches feels funky. Okay, full moon tea. Used for abundant spells, love, health, success. The blend is green tea, chickweed, jasmine, and coconut. Brew 1 cup. Okay, you don't need the instructions. But please like and follow our Facebook page, Dragon Lair Finds. Hooked it up with the, like, we gotta talk about the integrity of this tea though. Here, so I can pour a little bit on here so that you can just see, and you can I'm sure you can almost just smell that, right? Gorgeous. Anyways, so that's what we're sipping on in our mugs, our special mugs.
It's really special.
Okay, we're gonna go with the living light cards, and we're just gonna see what the energy is following that. These cards are freaking wild. Freaking wild. almost at the end of our Come To Me incense stick. Given to us by some also small vendors, but like pretty ascendant, so shout out them.
Yeah.
Cultured Vibes? Is the name of this
Yeah.
spot? Cultured Vibes?
Cultured Vibes.
But it's like, yeah, it's like need to know.
Yeah. It's definitely on it. Yeah. Yeah, no, this is cool. I mean, it's all really been just intuitive and I feel like.
Okay. Let's just go with those. So the first card out is the number 8, the body solar plexus. Marie. Chaos to change. In your near future, chaos will occur, shaking you out of your safe zone and into uncharted territory. Do not resist these changes. Instead, ride the waves of chaos and they will take you safely to your new experiences. The result of chaos is always magnificent. Hello, Scorpio, full blood moon. Hello. Scorpio said the result of chaos is always magnificent. Or so they say. But it's their world because it's the Scorpio full moon, so we're just living in it. But that couldn't be a more spot-on message. Another just way to, let me just affirm in real time, like always follow your intuition, because I was like, oh, like, I don't, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not here to read, like, why do I get like that? Like, even as a reader myself, like, why do I think, like, I have a choice in reading what comes out or not? You know what I mean? Like, I can't just, like, get cards and then so this is just another time to re-guide myself and, like, I'm not God, so, like,
exactly
you've got to really trust the message, and that's, I think that's part of the message, right? Like, we've got to really trust the message is what we're being communicated. Trust the message.
It's the Scorpio. Like,
it's the Scorpio.
Moon.
It's the Scorpio
like,
blood moon. You know, we're purifying your blood. Scorpio's cutting you and licking your blood and saying, "Fake bitch," and then you see what I mean. So it's piercing the veil.
Yeah.
Well, I know a Scorpio or two that loves to pierce the veil.
Yeah.
So.
That's there.
Yeah. The result of chaos is always magnificence. As we're telling you that at 11/11, this moon birthed us into, after the most painful day yesterday. Like, if we could be completely candid and overshare on the internet, like, I was done with, like, everything.
Yeah.
Like, everything and everyone. Like, I'll just be general, bro.
Yeah.
But, like, I was, like, ready to be dolo. Like, as in this life, as in, like, I don't even need people. I'm just gonna photosynthesize. So it was funny toe. Yeah. Vulnerable moment, vulnerable day. We learned a lot. But it's so funny because what we did is ride the wave of that chaos, and we literally got taken safely to this crazy experience, which is what's happening right now, which is like.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It's fucked up, dude.
Like,
if you knew.
The thing is, like I also feel like I just having to surrender to like it's like the authenticity of what it is.
Of
right
what
now,
it is.
Because it's like.
Because the authenticity is what is connecting, is what millions in here are going to be connecting to.
Yeah.
But we're promoting those millions to connect to it, not to. This is again, when we talk about content, it's got to be moving, move people's energy. We don't need these center blocks.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We really don't.
No,
It's like we gotta do some work. You know what I mean? Do some energetic work.
Yeah.
Look at conversations that are challenging you. That are listen. Sometimes I think the best way to get smarter is to be around people in really higher consciousness, like point blank period. Like the only thing that got me like out of the pretty much the shadows and the throes of hell. I don't know. I feel like I came in pretty like energetically, like came into some like just low density, like just circumstantially, and I feel like it was only by my highest self aligning me with people who just like had freakishly high vibes in comparison to where like I was always at, and that alone like really like impressioned me. And as I said impression, I see the Impressionist tarot sitting on my shelf. Wow. me today, bro. Like, looking in public places, like,
Yeah.
I was like, for a moment, the world's gonna rage. Wait, because I can hear it. We're about to just like. This is the Scorpio full moon anthem. Miss Duff said, ooh, wrong word. She said shine, and I was like, wow.
Yeah.
Scorpio energy is just great. It's loud. It's like.
Great to be loud in the back. Yeah.
But do you hear what time it is? Because this beautiful light code said, no, I know y'all just came out of like pure chaos. Like all of you who are seeing this are like coming and realizing like it was like pure chaos like 2 seconds ago.
Yeah.
And then you just like softly landed in like a completely new paradigm.
Yeah, no, absolutely. You're like, it's a, yeah.
So what are we gonna do about it, people? Next card is card number 14. Surrender. This happened to be the last day that I worked my previous job. And it says, the light body, soul. Huh. Oh, here it is. Wrong card. Okay, or wrong passage. Surrender. Literally speaking, to surrender means to show weakness or subservience to a force that is deemed more powerful than you. The true meaning of surrender is to let go of your reservations and perceptions that bring you to believe you are anything less than perfection. And that's what's happening right now. Like, if we could describe what this moment change felt like, it was like surrender to your own perfection. Surrender to, but what, no matter what you see, whatever you can point and be like, but God, look at that, and God, look at that, and but what about that, and what about that? It's like, what if all of it's absolutely right? What if there's nothing wrong? And it feels like I could finally actually reach that. How would I say I can actually reach that understanding, that enlightenment, that it's like actually all okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like it is what it is, because we're asking everybody to be authentic, so then that also is going to come with the knowing that we live in a just and perfect world that is naturally abundant and can supply for all of its inhabitants. So we need to fall in line, right? We need to surrender to where we get moved to, and what we get, and how no matter where you are, whether you believe it or not, that you could have this moment. Because it's ironic, there's some irony with Scorpio all the time.
Yeah.
But this Scorpio moon is kind of ironic that like some of y'all are about to blow up and you're like in the most humble place. Like that's us right now. Like,
yeah, it's like ironic.
We really value ourselves, so what you see might seem like, oh, but it's literally like not a lot. Like the production here is like so truly like the only thing that would make any of this worth it is if we could just be.
God's just, it's really like on some like just can't look back type shit.
Cannot
like,
look back.
God is, I feel like it's really.
Because every time I look back, it would hurt more.
Yeah.
Word to fill in the blank. You know what I mean? But whatever.
Yeah.
It's like that. You gotta know. Literally speaking, the true meaning of surrender is to let go of your reservations and perceptions that bring you to believe you are anything less than perfection. That is literally what the Scorpio moon just made a spell over all of the world. And it says, if you have drawn the surrender card today, ask yourself, how are you standing in your own way, and then step aside. I told you, this is card number 14. On the 14th of May, I stopped my job. It was my last day at my job.
Yeah.
Because I could identify that I was standing in my own way, because I had gone with that role out of pure fear and ultimately inauthenticity. And so the karma of that, what I had to pay was I was going to have to claw my way out of my job being completely authentic. I was forced. I had to be painfully vulnerable. Like,
yeah.
People know stuff about me that I really don't think they needed to know, but here we are. you know? But at the end of it, all is balanced because that is the karma and the wage for making a deal that I was going to harm myself, right? So the chaos we feel or you might have felt was just of your own making. That's what Scorpio also embraces. Scorpio's like, I'm just the only one out here who's honest about my chaos. Y'all are all causing just as much chaos as I am.
Yeah.
But I'm the bad guy because I walk around and I'm not judging myself for causing chaos. When y'all cause chaos too, that's Scorpio.
Yeah.
Scorpio's like, but you're toxic too. Okay, but you're toxic too.
So, yeah, it's like...
And maybe you're finding yourself having conversations like that kind of like are big debacles. And it kind of just comes down to like, okay, but you're toxic too.
Damn, yeah.
Right? So this is a time, because the people who win at this time are the people who don't judge themselves. Like if you actually love yourself, you win.
Yeah.
Because we're all one. This is unity consciousness. There's nothing that I have that you don't have or that you don't have or that you don't have.
Yeah.
Those intangibles we talk about. So reaching for that, what does that look like, you know?
Yeah, that's...
For you. And all you have to do is love yourself. That's why you're not gonna win an argument. Scorpio's not gonna let you win an argument, but Scorpio can have it. Scorpio can always win because Scorpio's like, bro, I embrace all of me. I'm the freaking underlord. I'm the underbelly of this motherfucking zodiacal wheel. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm in the trenches. I'm the one who was designated to, you know what I mean? So I'm gonna say God's favorite, designated to be like, you stay here and you hold down the darkness.
Yeah.
You constantly die and rebirth, you know? That's Scorpionic energy, right? So Scorpio will always teach you that you will always win if you love everything that's going on. And that's why right now you're getting it real off the cuff, because we don't, like, I feel like I was just giving Dennis this like channeled message from Source about how he was really needing to accredit himself what he's currently doing. Like Dennis is the type of person that will be doing like the grueling work and then just like not go claim, like will like win bingo but then like not go claim the prize at the end of the night. You know what I mean? Like win bingo 3-4 times and then just walk out, you know?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I guess this weekend, yeah, that was somebody definitely reflected back that behavior. So yeah, not going to go pick up my prize.
Not going to pick up his prize. What's the point of living? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like that's
but
why
I just feel like, yeah, and then what it like echoes then is just confusion or whatever else or whatever it does bring. It's not anything specific always, but like then it's just seeing how much it's like it's not actually like a ladder effect. It's more just like these things are really like they all like are sourced from one place. So It's like there's no like it's just reducing it down to like what it is. It's like I feel like this like I'm seeing it just for what it is, and then it's just
such an accepting space, and it's like
you can't really
you would need to accept it. You just have to surrender and accept it, you know?
Yeah.
But I feel like, so right now that's kind of the energy, like, or our tangent we were just speaking on, which is just kind of about how, like, we need to be, like, collecting, like, because I think we're all kind of waiting for some entity to come, like, manifest our dreams. Like, Scorpio moon, like, what I'm really realizing is that, like, we just, like, also this room, like, under the full blood moon, like, quite literally just about, like, this whole room was not at all like
setup,
this.
Like, yeah, like, I know it's like...
It looks like a whole different world. It looks like we're not in the situation we're in. That's how, like...
Yeah, that's how...
much we innovated the space. But if you really saw, like, what everything was...
Yeah, it's kind of wild. Like, I guess it's like, I feel like I'm having a moment where it's like I'm looking up and it's like I do believe, like, it actually is all, like, completely different. Like, right now, like, in the blink of an eye, it's,
in the blink
changed.
It's like that. It's like that. It's like the same stuff, but, like...
But it's like...
It's a organization of it that you could have never thought of that is... completely making you feel like you're not even in the same space.
Yeah. Like, it's New Earth, bro.
It's New Earth. And New Earth is just the most innovative version of what we already have.
Shut, bro. New Earth. There, like, where?
Nobody was shocked that you had the music ready.
No, it was, yeah. I just feel like that was very much, I see that, yeah.
It's nice. Asking yourself, how are you standing in your own way? You know? And I think for a lot of us too, like, I think it was, going back to this, like, what we're doing right now, like, so this whole change occurs, and then what does it do? Like, it's never the physical thing we're waiting on, right? Because, like, I feel like there was also, like, a ladder. Like, we couldn't have gotten to this moment without, like, certain things being acquired in a certain order. So I don't think that we got to this moment too late by any means, but I do feel like it's not the moment that brings everything, but it's what the moment allows you to then be able to generate. Like, this is obviously an inspiring iteration of, like, what we had or have in this room, and it's like everything's full value, everything looks its best where it is right now. And that might be in your life too, like wherever you are, it doesn't even matter. I don't even know where you're at right now, but wherever you are, it's like you look around and everything around you, yourself included, looks the best it's ever looked right where it is. And that might be shocking. That might be crazy.
Yeah, no, it's like
what are the odds that I look my
crazy,
best right now?
It feels crazy.
Because you were silently switching from short gain to long gain goals over this whole 3 death cycle. This 3 from 2020 to 2023. It's gonna be that first, really like 2019-ish to like to now. If you were looking at the last 3 years, you're gonna see how much you were really, and forget years, bro, because it doesn't even really matter. But you know the breakdown astrologically is the only reason I reference the years. But you know the breakdown and how this is really going. Oh my God, the binding of this book is like done. But that's surrender. How are you standing in your own way? You know. And I think I really understood that, and I can tell you, I think I really guessed correctly. Because I got out of it in the perfect nick of time. And I don't think you should never underestimate Scorpio. That's like one thing I'll let you know is like, don't ever do that. Don't do that. Like, my father is literally a Scorpio and is like the most, just don't think that flame's gonna go out. They're just gonna keep rebirthing themselves. Like, they just keep.
They'll always know like something that, like, I feel like it's just a like like with your dad, for example, like there's something he knows that like no one can ever take away. That
exactly.
Like, we'll never like.
That we can't. It doesn't matter. Like, because that's why you can't say. What can you say about a Scorpio? That's the thing, you know. What can you really say? Toxic? Okay, well that's their assignment. So. You know what I mean? So we're moving away from a place of like, it's just gonna be different. But I think a lot of us underestimated this Scorpio full moon. You know? We underestimated its significance. I think there's gonna be a lot of people that are gonna return to their life, like come say like the work week, like on Monday, and realize like they have no exit plan. And so, because this energy, you guys know, it feels like forever. It feels like I'm gonna be here. It's something that's supported by like solid earth. So it's like all your experience. It's 1226. It's all your experience that's rested on top of this. So you can't, like, you'll never ever be any lower than this feeling. And it's an amazing feeling. But it feels like forever. Okay, but that's only because we graduated and made it to this space. So there are going to be some people who didn't take the timeline that is the Scorpio moon, the cycle, right? Meaning like there's a big sweeping cycle that says you can make this happen. Oh my God, Dennis. Oh my God, look at the moon. Oh my God. It's like, oh wow.
Oh shit.
It's literally getting eclipsed.
Oh yeah. We're seeing it like.
As I'm talking about the timing, the moon. Okay, you know what? Like, we can literally show y'all.
Yeah, you know what? This is. I feel like just looking at that makes it's like.
We can literally. I need some help, babe.
I got you.
You see that white dot right there? That's the literal eclipsing moon as we speak.
Yeah.
It's
this is live from the
gorgeous.
Eclipse. Like,
Oh, here we go. Here we go. Do you guys see it eclipsing? Oh my God, Dennis, I'm getting it perfectly. You see it eclipsing perfectly.
oh shit.
We're literally getting the footage for you.
Live&Direx.
This is literally amazing.
That's so wild. Yeah.
Make a wish. Because by the time this is fully covered, there will be no semblance to old. Because what you are in becomes the new. So I hope you love what you're in. I have a feeling a lot of you really do. Thank you, Scorpio, for that. Wow. All right, now we're going back. Holy cow. Well, that's really special that that's going to be on the live.
Yeah. That is
Super duper special.
super.
All right, let's go with this little 7. The body, the heart. Your heart is the center from which all of your giving and receiving flows. That's so, okay. The synchronicity, because my cover letter to my previous job being about the heart. Remember?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
It is the center of your body as well as your energy system from which passion fuels every intention that you have. Do not defend your heart when you are unsure. Let it decide for itself. Leap spontaneously into each moment with your heart wide open and absolutely no expectations. That's what this live felt like.
Yeah.
No expectations, no anything, but we did leap and our heart just kind of guiding us forward. And that's what I think we all learned, like, crystal clear from that last cycle, which was like, bruh, because there was so much confusion, right? I think so many people were so confused. And that's why the Matrix was really able to play some of us for so long, you know? We could be different ages, but I feel like relatively, however long you've been really walking this journey, like for me, it's been a few years now, but it's like, it's really important to think about how, like, we're all relatively new to really getting solid in the understanding that, like, there is only ever really one option, and it's not a set thing, but it's the option that your heart knows what to do. I just felt called out to show my 47 tattoo, but look at that. So synchronistic.
Damn, yeah.
I like the way this symbol looks.
Damn, yeah. Wow, that is.
Very synchronistic, you know? And 47 for those of you who know or don't know. But it's just about the 4th and the 7th chakra, you know? That fusion. The upper chakra of the 3rd dimension, I'll say. Because there are many more chakras as you go up into different ethers and sections of the tree of life. But the upper chakras of the physical flesh, the 3rd dimension, right? From the head and the heart and the throat that connects them. And that being your spoken prayer and that being your spoken word, like, that is what will come of you. Like, you guys are now in a space where time doesn't even exist because your life, it pumps out of your heart space now. Your moves move out of your heart space now. You're gonna find yourself doing things and you don't even need a brain, you don't even need a mind, right? You had to lose your mind just to get here, but you will never need your mind again because you're now just walking around the earth, literally, making decisions that just pump out of your chest. Leap spontaneously into each moment with your heart. Like, just like I was able, oh my God, this is so crazy. We're so fortunate to just get the personal show of this. So fortunate, and we got some really good solid time for the camera to meditate over that energy. And I mean, we're just lucky. We're documenting history. I'm just glad that my channel's gonna get to have stuff like that.
Yeah,
and that's why these heart movements are gonna create your destiny for you. Like, we used to be so obsessed with like talking about destiny, right? That's when like we saw the worst of like the new generations, like new age spirituality. But now we're gonna start really seeing like, no, you really gotta let it pump. So some of y'all have some, not some of y'all, but a majority of people haven't even cleared the heart chakra. That can take eons. But for those of us who caught wind that we were gonna have all these planetary celestial bodies really supporting us, expediting that process these last few years, and so then you jumped in and you really started doing it, and now your heart chakra's clear, and now you're actually able to start doing that like real living kind of shit, right? Where you're like actually pumping. Everything that you decide to do is pumping from out of your heart, and it's connected to your heart, so your heart strings are physical, your world's more intact, you're rooted, so the earth is getting that nourishment from you. It's such a grounding process altogether. But doing this will allow for consistency of flow to and from your heart in every instance. So also, when you now establish this, because see, this is where we're at, right? And this is what this eclipse is literally like. Eclipse, oh my God, and this is like so special to be with you. I'm so grateful for this moment. I'm so grateful for this moment. We're like watching life. I feel alive again. You know what I mean?
Yeah, this is really like, I feel that moment, like
I feel like this is clear. Like I feel alive again. And I'm just so grateful to know that like I'm saying my prayers and I'm extracting my wisdom and I'm connecting with my future self and all the future value that's going to be manifested through this literal moment, this movement, this change. This is the message. I hope you know that this channel was a literal science experiment for me. It was like a social experiment, but just to see if I could like become the prayer, like become the word, because the prayer is just only a portion of the manifest destiny, right? Which is the thought, the word, the action, the belief, the habit, the destiny. It's all that linear process that we get to. So you really saw this, and I think that this channel and where it's gonna go is gonna be the future of media, because it's not even about us meeting any further developments in like from a technological space, but it's a wide paradigm. It's a different axis of thought, right? When we think about like how can we challenge ourselves without just always putting the burden on the creator, so to speak, or the content producer, so to speak, to physically do something that like displays like a level of technicality and understanding and expertise. Like now we're like challenging, we're like getting into different combinations of the spaces that we're in, and we're becoming a smarter, more developed, more nuanced, and ultimately unlocking fuller capacities of ourselves. You know? I think we'll end on a shamanic healing.
This has been truly beautiful.
There was no prompt here. It was just kind of like,
I mean, it's just like, I'm just grateful
to be. It's so.
What? Holy shit.
I know, dude. This is so special. We got to see the moon when it was red, blood red. And like fully visible, and now it's just pure white and being like literally eclipsed out as we speak. So we're literally watching the moon disappear from the sky, appear to be disappearing from the sky. What? Y'all saw that? Like y'all all saw that?
I did not.
Okay, well, whatever. But it was captured. Well, this card number 21, sacred space. We're gonna read. We gotta read. That's the message for tonight, guys. Twinkie one. Oh, perfect song for this message. Spirit just said. Find a spot in your home or office that you can access easily. Create a sacred spot just for you.
Whoa. What we literally just did under this moon.
And this song is called Scenes of Sexual Nature, as we're under the Scorpio blood, lunar eclipse, full moon, and we just talked to you. We're filming right now because we're in a new space.
Yeah.
Because we created a sacred space.
Yeah.
And it says, create a sacred spot just for you. This will be a place for you alone. If space is at a premium, then a shelf or corner will do. Put here only those items that hold significant meaning to you and touch you on a deep, personal level. Examples are photos of loved ones, rocks, feathers, shells. Place a candle, even if it cannot be lit. This signifies the element of fire and represents the flame of the Creator's love for you, the fire of creation or purification. Perhaps fire means something entirely different for you. Use this space to go to daily, even if it's just for a few moments, to ground and calm yourself. Working in this into your daily routine will bring you to a place of greater understanding. Spirit is asking us to flex right now and just like really give the tour, because this is literally what we've just spent this full moon.
Like none of this was like.
None of this.
Like.
None.
Bruh, and we're.
None of this. None.
In this period, and we're.
Like, this is the same room that we have been stuck in. And I even sneak peek of a piece I'm painting, and it just fits perfectly there.
It's perfect.
But we're able to go live, and it just works.
Yeah.
And it's just the things we love the most, you know? But not only is that the encouragement to make your sacred space, but Spirit is about to gift you. Because when this Scorpio eclipse takes out the last of all of it, oh my God, it's gorgeous. Oh, so I guess we saw it when it was fully eclipsed.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
okay, so when we saw it when it was red, that was when it was fully eclipsed.
And then
11/11, and now it's full again. It's like passing.
Wow, yeah, that makes sense.
Cause I'm like, oh, it's like getting bigger. Right, you like watch it when it happens, and then that's why there's a time. Okay, because I was like, yeah, I was like,
it eclipses, and then.
Yes, it eclipsed it at that moment. This is so beautiful because
Yeah.
we've been pretty much watching the leaving of it.
Wow, yeah.
Wow, and that changes the. I feel like that matters that I just kind of had that brain blast just now. But like we just sat through the leaving of that. It's already gone. Oh my God, see? Oh, and that's the relief you feel. That's the beauty of Spirit.
Bro, that's crazy.
Okay, so when all this blackness is gone, y'all, you're gonna be fully illuminated. It's like Scorpio came and took all the toxicity with it, and you're fully illuminated. It's a bunch of full moons walking around. You're a full moon right now. And so the gift of you being fully illuminated is you're going to instantly attract, as soon as that Scorpio, as soon as the eclipse is out of the way, so you created a sacred space within, which we just gave you a tour of. You're about to get gifted the sacred space because you need something. There's something you need. There's a space you need. Like all of these people, we're getting these spaces. And it's not about building stuff, and it's not even like that. It's not even like that. Spaces could be people, could be groups, it could be like land, it could be a lot of different things. Some people, it could be a home, it could be a new room, like it could be, like I said, it could be what we're doing here. But you're finding these new spaces. Sometimes they're within yourself. They are all within yourself. But there's these spaces. Wow. It's like there's this space that you're all gonna get. Anybody who's on this journey is gonna get. And it's been loading and it's been warming up. And everything that we put into what you just saw, because these are all of our favorite things that we are able to have this time.
Yeah, wow.
So enjoy this sacred space that you're about to get. Get yourself a welcome mat, because you're gonna need it. This moon is, oh my god, this eclipse is like leaving fast. Oh my god, it's a gorgeous full moon. Oh my god. It almost makes you just want to stay filming until it's fully visible. This will take forever to upload, but that doesn't even matter to me.
Yeah. Doesn't. This is so beautiful. This is.
There's words, there's song, like it's communication.
Yeah. Like we're all out here.
All of us are seeing this.
But it's crazy. I'm looking at. Yeah, like, whoa, what? Wow. I just see like these bugs crawling right here, like they're even like they're just like tapped in. Like,
Yeah.
Feeling.
There's one on my altar and he's just asleep. Thank you. Yeah. We're gonna go ahead and grab it. But
Yeah.
it's beautiful because by the end of this for yourself, it's cleared.
Yeah.
It's cleared. It's off. It's cleared. It's been cleared. It's been removed.
Yeah, there's like just I don't know. I this like a real feeling of like it doesn't like a lot of the like all worries and all shit is just like really alleviated. Like
Yeah.
there's not anything to hold on to that is that just isn't that doesn't reflect now. You know, that doesn't reflect this because yeah, shit was never the same. It's like that shit was
Never.
That.
Word to Drake, bro. I know he's having a party tonight somewhere.
Yeah.
That's all, folks.
Yeah, that's it.
This has been the best first live ever. Bro. We don't even need the audience to be live and you know what? Spirits of lives are toxic because we don't need to connect to a bunch of energy. This is an omega witch. We're channeling. You know what I mean? So, peace, love, and light. This was super good. Who knows what we'll call this, but it'll definitely be noted as a live stream. So.
Yeah, this was Live&Direx.
Oh, Live&Direx.
Yeah.
Full moon.
That's been the
That's been the vibe. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
TT.